I've read many books, some about communication, others not. In every book I read, there is always something to take about speaking better, about communicating your ideas. However, in this video, we are going to go over my top 5 books for effective communication. These books are amazing, especially for me as a communications coach, but they can be amazing for you too. If you just want to improve your communication, if you want to be able to speak better, to have better conversations, to be more memorable, read these 5 books and they will change your life. Reading as well is so good for improving your articulation, for becoming more smarter. And if you want to become more smarter when you speak, you can watch my last video. I'll leave it in the corner here. I spoke about the top ways to become a more articulate, effective and smarter speaker. First book. This book was written in one sec, potential client messaged me. Ifani, it's amazing. Ifani, that's amazing. You will 100% get there. And if you don't mind me asking, what is the reason for that? Why is that such a big goal for you? The first book we're going to be talking about was written in, I believe, 1937. So almost 100 years ago. And you might be able to see it in the corner there. It is How to Win Friends and Influence People. This is probably the best book ever written on conversation. This is how I categorize this book. It's about conversation. It's about when you're speaking to people, becoming interested in them. That's one of the best quotes in the book. If I mispronounce it, excuse me. But it's along the lines of, if you want people to be interested in you, become interested in them. Dale Carnegie, you are brilliant, my friend. That is one of the best quotes I have ever heard. And it's true. It's so true. The best salespeople, the best conversationalists, the most charismatic people in the world, the people who are able to engage and entice people, do you know what they're really good at? Asking questions. But not the regular smegular, how's the day today? What's the weather like? Oh, Arsenal won on the weekend. No. They ask the deeper questions. They ask the most amazing, insightful questions that get people thinking about themselves. They showcase that they're interested in people. How to Win Friends and Influence People is a one-on-one on conversations. It's the best book, in my opinion, on conversation. So many gems, so many things to take note of. Read this book if you want to improve your conversational skills. And yes, that book was written in 1937, almost 100 years ago. You may be thinking, Tion, 100 years ago, how is what he's talking about relevant to now? Books that were written 1,000 years ago are relevant to now. 80 years in the grand scheme of the universe of human history is nothing. We are more similar to how we were then as to now than how we were 1,000 years ago. So books written 1,000 years ago, the Bible, etc., they're still relevant today. So you best believe a book written in 1937 is still relevant now. Number 2, we have an interesting book, a book that I think a lot of people know about. And it was written by an FBI hostage negotiator. Never Split the Difference. And this book is specifically about negotiation. Let me actually create a word for each. So Never Split the Difference, negotiation. For the previous book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, the key word was conversation. This is negotiation. If you're in sales, however, I don't want to just preface this for salespeople, because everybody is in sales. Negotiating where to go for your anniversary is negotiation. Negotiating with your kid when to go to bed is negotiation. Trying to get a higher salary is a negotiation. You have to be able to speak to people and influence them as to how you want them to be influenced. And this book does exactly that. The reason it's called Never Split the Difference is because people think that to come to a compromise is the best way to end a negotiation, a 50-50 split. Chris Voss argues that that is the worst way to end a negotiation. Why? Because neither party truly gets what they want. He argues that it is not good to split the difference. In this book, he goes over specific techniques as to negotiation. This, if you've watched my other videos, this book is what popularized the term, in my opinion, mirroring and labeling. If you want a whole video breaking down mirroring and labeling, good news, I've already done it. You can click in the corner. Amazing. So keyword for this book, Never Split the Difference, is negotiation. Number 3, we're sticking with the FBI. We have, what's it called now? Yes. What every body is saying. And keyword on the body. This book, keyword, or keywords I should say, is body language. This is a one-on-one on body language. I love this book so much. This was written by Joe Navarro. Joe Navarro was again an ex-FBI agent. I think over 20 years in the FBI or something like that, and in police force as well. And he has sat down with criminals, with spies, and it is his duty to understand who is a threat to his country and not. And the way he does that is body language. People lie all the time. It's down to him to recognize when people are lying and what they're lying about. How severe is it? And he uses body language to do exactly that. He uses body language to understand who is lying, to understand who is truthful. He literally breaks down every piece of body language you can do. He breaks down eye contact. He breaks down the wrinkles in foreheads. He breaks down eyebrows. He breaks down hand gestures. He breaks down posture. He breaks down how somebody sits. He once said a story in the book of he was having a business deal and his friend invited him in, or his friend was having a business deal. His friend invited him in to sit in on the business deal, of course, because he knew he was a negotiation, body language expert. His friend said something that the counterpart, the other person on the end of the business deal didn't like. And what did the other guy do? He done a subtle micro expression when he heard the price. Joe, being the expert body language analysis person he is, he saw that tiny micro expression that everyone else in the room missed. He then went to his friend, pulled him to the side and said, "Change that price." I noticed something. I noticed a slight squint in the man's eyes when you said the price. Lo and behold, they went back. The person admitted that he didn't really like that price and they closed the deal. Keyword of this book, body language. If you want a one-on-one breaking down any piece of body language that you might do, or that your boss might do, or that your colleagues might do, your partner might do, this is the book for you. And number 4. Book number 4, we have one that this person is a big mentor of mine. Cues. By Vanessa Van Edwards, Cues. The keyword for this book is deciphering. How do you spell deciphering? I'm going to go like that. I might be spelling it wrong. Deciphering. Vanessa Van Edwards likes to describe herself as a recovering awkward person. She was once the person who was brilliant at their job. Yet when it came to the networking events, she always felt like people were judging her. She couldn't fit in. People were laughing at her. She couldn't communicate her value. She always describes herself as a recovering awkward person. And she believes that communication and charisma is a skill. It's an algorithm. It's something you can learn, like you're learning Python or something like that. And in this book, she breaks down exactly how to cue charisma. It's a formula, a method. She breaks down how to cue warmth, how to cue competence. Cues are literally encoding and decoding body language, facial expressions, hand gestures, whatever you do as a human. This book is amazing because it goes into also social settings. It goes into workplace. It goes into parties, networking events. It also gives you practical, specific tips and also a table at the end, breaking down everything she's written about. This is a great book. If you want to learn about cues in social settings, read this book, Cues by Vanessa Van Edwards. Keyword is deciphering. Wow, it's getting dark. And last book. This is actually a very, very good book. I love this book. It's called Surrounded by Idiots. And it's not how it sounds. This book, the premise of it is the word idiots. It's not actually idiots. It's not dumb people, etc. Whatever you want to say, dumb people. The way the author describes idiots is people who are not like us. People who are not like us. You might be somebody who is chatty, who is emotional, who loves to hear stories. But if you're that person and you are talking to somebody who is the complete opposite, they like to hear stats, statistics, get straight to the point, as minimal words as possible. This person will be thinking the other person is an idiot. Same, vice versa. Idiot as in, this person is not like me. Why is this person taking so long to get to the point? The other person is thinking, why is this person being so blunt? The whole premise of this book is recognizing or understanding. Let me change it to understanding actually. Understanding, that's a better word. Understanding that number one, not everybody is like you. The premise of this book is he also breaks down people into 4 different colors. We have the reds, the blues, the yellows, and the greens. Maybe I might make a whole separate video on each of them, but if you want to go into it a bit deeper, of course, you can get the book or watch another video on it as well. But this book breaks down understanding that number one, not everybody is like you. Understanding number 2, how to approach people who aren't like you. If you're a red, how do you speak to a green? If you're a yellow, how do you speak to a blue? And secret. 2 secrets. Number 1, in every workplace, in every setting, in every home, you have different colors. Second secret. If you are able, so for example, let's say we have the different colors here. So we have red, and let me rub this out. Let me rub this out actually. So the secret, if you are able, we have a table here. So we have red, we have green, we have blue, and we have yellow. If you are able to be here, this is the golden zone. If you are able to be so adaptable, to be so liquid, that in any situation you can recognize who you're speaking to. If you're able to move between colors, it's not changing yourself, it's being smart. It's recognizing that not everybody is like you. And if you want to be an effective communicator, you have to communicate your ideas in a way that the person you're speaking to will understand. Be the middle. You can have your core color. You can be a core red, a core blue. But the most effective communicators, the CEOs, the leaders, the politicians, the presidents, they are able to be a chameleon almost, change color. This has been my top 5 books on becoming a better communicator. And you know what, I'll also give you a bonus 6th as well. This one I've not fully read, I'm still in the process of reading it, but it's called Think Faster, Talk Smarter. You can see it on the top here. It's this one here. If you can see it, can you? Kind of, zoom in. Think Faster, Talk Smarter. And this is what it says on the tin. It teaches you frameworks for conversation. If you're that type of person who loves frameworks, maybe you get a bit stifled about what to say, this book is for you. My name is Tion. I coach professionals to become more articulate, more confident when they speak, so they can get back time, make more money, and deepen relationships. If you want to book a call with me below, then click the link in the description and me or my team will reach out to you.